Hey, welcome back. I'm Joey. This is Joey's Wine Rack. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for hanging out. And thanks for following along. I appreciate you coming back. I know it was kind of a long, extended, unfortunately unplanned for us, hiatus, but we're back. Hopefully we're going to be on track again and be able to do some really cool things for you. What I'm starting off with this week is really special for a couple of reasons. One of the main reasons is I'm doing this show just a little bit before Mama's 87th birthday. She's 87 years young, or will be shortly. She is fantastic. She had a couple things going on not too long ago. She's pulled through that. She's fantastic. She's doing great. Thank you. Thank you all. What we're going to taste today is La Famiglia. La Famiglia is, well, the name is Italian. It's actually from Cali, so California wine. Petite Sirah grape. Petite Sirah is actually one of my favorites. It's really intense. Very different than Syrah grape as far as how it looks and how it ages and all of that, but still fantastic, fantastic wine. It actually tends to be a lot smaller grape and clusters, so it definitely changes how it's harvested. But what we're going to do, we're going to taste that. We're going to do a few other things while we're at it. So let's get started, eh? If you hear something in the background, it's just Rio. She's all right. She's hanging out. She's still a little lonely. Again, to be honest, we had to let Cabo go. Very, very hard on me. Kind of hard on her too. Again, thank you to my family out there for your love and support. I greatly, greatly appreciate that. I couldn't have probably gotten it through without you and without Rio. I'm looking over there because that's where she's at. But La Famiglia is family. If you've hung out with me at all, you know I talk a lot about family. I am a huge, huge believer in the simple fact that family is not always blood. If you get along great with your blood relatives, that's fantastic. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way, and that's too bad. But it happens. If you have friends and family, and those friends become family, that are very important to you and close to the heart, that's really what counts. Doesn't matter if it's blood or not. 10 of my sons are from all over Europe, and they are fantastic. Love every one of them, and they are part of La Famiglia for me. So if you've got people in your life like that, then good on you. Bravo. So anyway, we're going to taste this one. As I said, La Famiglia sounds Italian. It's actually from California. It's Petite Sirah grape that we're going to be tasting. This one is 100% Petite Sirah. Can you see that? Nope. Too bad. 2013. It's actually a 12.5% alcohol. So, you know, not huge alcohol, which is actually pretty cool. So in order to open this, we're going to go through the whole thing, just like you've never seen it before. So you can do this. What this is it's a foil cutter. So cut the foil, duh. But we're going to do something kind of cool, I hope kind of cool. Cheryl, this one's for you. So you go like this. Ta-da! See? Simple stuff. Simple, simple. Kind of like me. Anyway, so I've got my wine knife that actually says Joey's Wine Rack on it. You can have one too. I swear. I give it to you. It cost you a hug anyway. So this is basically, it's a waiter wine knife. You can actually use this as well to cut the foil. You don't have to use one of these. My background, at least in part, is waiting tables in Italian restaurants, so you're not going to carry around 12 different tools with you. One will do it. So we grab the neck. You know, you have to have your little pinky out there because why not? I just picked this one up not too long ago. Like I said, I've not tasted it yet, but I think it should be fantastic. So sometimes you can have a double pull. This one happens to be a single pull. So pull that up like so. And ta-da, little pop. So back in the day, you used to smell the cork, and you know, when you're presenting a bottle of wine to somebody at the table, they're like, "Oh, well, let me smell the cork." It doesn't do anything unless it smells like wet dog. Then you got a problem, and then you're probably not going to want to taste it. You could, but so yeah, it smells like a wet cork, not wet dog, wet cork. And you see that? So wine stain on there. It's kind of cool. You know, it's actually, and it's got grape clusters and whatnot around it. So for decoration at some point, who knows? Maybe a project for Joey. Well, I don't know. So we've got Joey's Wine Rack Drop Stop. These come from Denmark, but I actually got the very first set from my Swedish family. Thank you. And then of course these are also Joey's Wine Rack. So special stuff. So you roll it up like so, stick it in the bottle like so. And I'm sorry, I actually didn't have this in front of you, so you should always be able to see that. Again, if you're presenting to a table, you always want to do, you know, you've presented the cork, you know, you've walked over the table, hey, is this what you wanted? Great, cool, awesome. Present the cork, and then whomever is the person in charge, it certainly doesn't have to be a man, but give them the first taste. You can do it either sitting on the table. I tend to do this. Oh, fantastic, fantastic. Excellent color. So you see that? That super dark purple, that's Petite Sirah. Because it's got this super intense color to it. Oh, the nose is fantastic. So a little bit of mocha, a little bit of spice, maybe a touch of vanilla, definitely ripe fruit. I know I'm getting thirsty, I want to go for it. So you can see I'm actually using a large bowl. And you'll also notice, I hope you'll notice this, please, please, unless you're doing it just for yourself, anytime you're pouring for somebody or you have guests or something like that, if it's got a stem on it, hold it by the stem, because nobody wants to see your big ugly fingerprints all over it. Guarantee it, especially if it's a fancy occasion and all that stuff. That's why they have that. You grab it here. If you're going to give it to somebody, present it to them, then do this. That way they can grab down here. Because if you've got it here, where are they going to grab? They're going to grab right here. That's not cool. So here we go. This is really, really, really good. So let's see. Like I said, it was a 2013. So 4 years old now, more or less. One thing, well, several things, but one thing in particular with the Petite Sirah, it lays down really, really well, which simply means it can age for decades sometimes. Probably not going to happen in my house, but you know, it could. But really, it's great mouthfeel. You can feel it here on the sides, back of the throat a little bit, but I'm definitely tasting all that great, fantastic, ripe fruit. Like I said, a little bit of vanilla, maybe a touch of mocha too. So white mocha maybe, I don't know. So you heard that weird sound? Well, what you end up doing, and you don't have to do this, if you don't do it, don't feel bad. I've been doing this for, well, let's see, I'm now 52. So at least 50 years? No, kidding. Since I was in my early 20s, when I first started working in restaurants and whatnot. We did a little bit of wine making back home, but it was really sweet. And you gotta remember, I was a teenager when I was doing this, so sweet was good. Yeah, not so much anymore. I mean, I'm sweet enough, so I don't need it anymore. Whatever. Anyway, really great stuff. You can see this fantastic color, super dark purple. Joey, what's it going to go with? Who said? Oh yeah. It's going to go with meat, red meat of course, grilled meats, could be something like a hamburger. I'm actually going to have some pizza later on, homemade pizza, because I like to cook. And you know, if you cook yourself, then you know exactly what you're getting, and it's cheaper. Anyway, so I did stumble across some chocolate with almonds. So hey, chocolate and wine go fantastically well together. Hopefully I'll get another show in the works and done before Valentine's Day. If I do, we're going to probably taste some chocolates with that, because Valentine's Day, okay, I'm jaded, but anyway, you don't need it to go super fantastic and spend thousands of dollars unless you want to. If you want to, then by all means have a ball. But I'm not saying you should just have a candy bar and a screw top, Boone's Farm, whatever. No, don't do that. That's just, there's a difference between inexpensive and cheap. Inexpensive, no bueno. Cheap, you know, and I just did that absolutely backwards. Cheap, no bueno. Inexpensive, not so bad. Because inexpensive, you can get something like this. So, you know me, my sweet spot for wine is somewhere between 10 and 15 bucks. Guarantee you that's where this one was. I say that because I don't remember exactly how much I paid for it. Got it here locally, of course. I haven't had a chance to get out to Cali in a while. Hopefully before too terribly long. But you know, speaking of family, I actually had a fantastic opportunity to go to New York City, and ended up in New York and New Jersey, and I hung out with my Swedish family. That was fantastic. Thank you. It was great stuff. Being able to call them family, and to be able to pick right up where we left off, and share the love. And okay, so we share our son, sort of. My Swedish son is actually now in Austria. I've heard from several of my sons. Actually, I heard from all of them, and I thank you guys very, very much. Just before Christmas, with Cabo's situation, I can't tell you how much that means to me. All my friends out there, thank you from the heart. Truly, truly thank you for everything. Before I get emotional and whatnot, let's taste this chocolate with almonds and Petite Sirah. Chocolate's good too. That is fantastic. Don't believe me? That's okay. I don't mind. I believe me because I heard me say it. I believe me because I heard myself say it. So there. And I don't mind because it's way too much work. Got some cool new stuff. And this is Good Luck from Denmark. Thank you. Got some other cool things coming up. If you want to tell me what you think, great. If you want to tell me what you want me to feature, great. Going forward, we've got a few other things, like I said. We've got a couple fundraisers coming up, which would be cool. One of them, and I'm going to plug this one, one of them is for Siva Charter High School. That is going to be March 9th here in the Springs. It's Stargazers. It's going to be Blues for Siva. I get to work with that and hang out and do some fantastic stuff. Siva is unbelievable. 4 of my sons have graduated from there. Super, really super awesome staff, faculty, and all of that. What we're doing is we're actually kind of outgrown the space that we're in. I say we because I'm actually the governing board president, coincidentally. We've kind of outgrown our facility, and we want to move somewhere else, but in order to do that, support SIVA and hopefully our new school. If you can donate, great. If you can't, that's all right too. If you can make it out though, you're here in the Springs and you can make it out for some great live music, please do so. We're going to have SIVA Ravens there. We're going to have Roma Ransom there. Those guys are great. Those folks are great because the lovely young lady and the great gentleman combined to make Roma Ransom and Austin Young Band. Should be a fantastic, great time. Looking forward to seeing you there. I'm going to be there, and I'm going to give away hugs. Such a deal. Anyway, here's to you and your family. Peace. Salut.